Huawei is very dangerous.
Rarely does a country go to war with a private company.
We have met the enemy, and it is Huawei.
We're not going to do business with Huawei.
Huawei represents a national security risk.
But is this really about Huawei?
In 2019, the world thought Huawei was finished. US sanctions stripped it of Google apps, global chip supplies, and access to Western markets. Critics said the company couldn't survive without Android or the Play Store. Yet 6 years later, Huawei is not just alive, it's thriving. Let's explore how Huawei rewrote the rules and blindsided the West. The fall that was supposed to end it all. In 2019, US sanctions nearly destroyed Huawei. The company was cut off from Google mobile services, key semiconductor suppliers, and global markets that once made it a smartphone giant. Analysts said Huawei's best days were over. Without access to Android updates, apps like Gmail, YouTube, and Google Maps, and crucial chips from Western firms, it looked like an irreversible collapse. But Huawei's story didn't end there. Instead of folding, it doubled down on research, domestic partnerships, and technology independence. What was supposed to be the death of Huawei turned into a moment of rebirth, the foundation of a new era. Sanctions forced Huawei to move away from Android. That's when HarmonyOS was born. What began as a survival strategy is now a powerful ecosystem with global influence. By 2025, HarmonyOS 5 runs on over 900 million devices, ranging from smartphones to tablets, TVs, smartwatches, and even cars. Unlike many doubters expected, HarmonyOS wasn't just an Android fork. Huawei built it with a modular microkernel design that makes it faster, lighter, and more secure. The real breakthrough lies in cross-device integration. HarmonyOS enables seamless connections between phones, wearables, appliances, and even automobiles. Where Apple boasts of a walled garden, Huawei offers a network of ecosystems that interact more fluidly than anything Silicon Valley has yet achieved. App Gallery. In the early days, Huawei's App Gallery was criticized as a barren alternative to Google Play. Fast forward to 2025, and it has become a serious contender. With 580 million monthly active users, App Gallery is now the world's third largest app store, behind Google Play and Apple's App Store. Huawei pulled this off by targeting developers with better revenue splits, regional exposure, and strong incentives. While Google takes a 30% cut, Huawei's terms are far friendlier, especially to smaller developers looking to break into Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. By focusing on regional markets that were underserved by Western platforms, Huawei created a vibrant hub of apps, local services, and commerce. This approach not only diversified its app ecosystem, but also ensured rapid adoption where Google and Apple weren't dominant. A new challenger to Google. The absence of Google forced Huawei to innovate beyond just hardware. That's where Pedal Search comes in. Far more than a basic search engine, Pedal Search integrates AI, localized results, app discovery, and e-commerce features. Millions already use it across Asia, and it is steadily expanding into Africa and parts of Europe. Unlike Google, which often applies a one-size-fits-all model, Pedal Search emphasizes regional customization. By tailoring services to local markets, Huawei is building a loyal user base that doesn't feel tied to Western platforms. While it may not topple Google globally anytime soon, it introduces an important question. Do people even need Google anymore? Hardware resilience. One of the biggest blows of the US sanctions was Huawei's exclusion from advanced chip supply chains. At first, it looked like a fatal wound. But through its semiconductor arm, HiSilicon, and collaborations with domestic Chinese fabs, Huawei made the impossible happen. By 2023, it was producing competitive processors. By 2025, the Kirin 91000 and Kunpeng CPUs were powering flagship phones like the Mate 70 Pro. These chips not only rival Qualcomm and Apple's processors, but also highlight China's growing independence from Western semiconductor control. This self-reliance has broader implications. Huawei's advancements are driving China's entire semiconductor ecosystem forward, reducing dependence on imports while strengthening domestic innovation. Beyond phones, Huawei isn't just making a comeback in smartphones. Its broader ambitions stretch far beyond handheld devices. the company has expanded aggressively into cloud services, artificial intelligence, 5G and 6G networking, smart cities, and even electric vehicles. Huawei Cloud, for instance, has rapidly become a trusted alternative for enterprises in Asia and Africa that are cautious about relying on US-based providers. At the same time, while the rest of the world is still rolling out 5G, Huawei is already investing billions in 6G research, determined to lead the next generation of connectivity. Its HarmonyOS devices are increasingly integrated with on-device AI, enabling dynamic personalization, smarter performance optimization, and greater respect for user privacy. Beyond that, Huawei is playing a central role in the development of smart cities and IoT, shaping infrastructure projects that manage everything from traffic flow to energy efficiency. This full-stack vision reflects Huawei's ambition not to dominate a single market, but to create a complete, independent technological ecosystem, free from Western monopolies. National pride meets consumer choice. Huawei's rebound is not just technical, it's emotional. For many Chinese consumers, Huawei represents resilience and self-sufficiency in the face of foreign pressure. Buying a Huawei device is more than a purchase, it's a statement of national pride. This patriotic wave has fueled Huawei's resurgence in China, where it now competes neck and neck with Apple for the premium smartphone segment. The Mate 70 Pro, equipped with AI-driven features and satellite connectivity, directly rivals Apple's iPhone 16 series. What's more, Huawei doesn't just rely on nationalism. Its phones consistently offer competitive features, superior cameras, faster charging, up to 100 watts, foldable designs, and cutting-edge AI tools. The combination of performance and cultural identity has made Huawei nearly unbeatable in its home market. The clash in China. Apple has long dominated China's high-end smartphone market. Around 20% of Apple's global sales come from China, making it a critical battlefield. But Huawei's return has shifted the balance. In 2025, Huawei's flagship models are not only cheaper than iPhones, but also offer features that Apple struggles to match, such as two-way satellite messaging, better battery life, and deeper integration with local apps and services. Apple still maintains an edge in brand prestige and its global ecosystem of Macs, iPads, and services. However, Huawei's momentum is undeniable. Its growth challenges Apple's dominance in ways unseen for over a decade, forcing Apple to adjust its strategy by lowering prices, localizing features, and strengthening ties with Chinese developers. The political undercurrents. Huawei's comeback isn't just a business story, it's geopolitical. Its survival and resurgence showcase China's capacity to thrive under Western restrictions. Instead of weakening the company, sanctions accelerated China's drive for tech independence. For Beijing, Huawei's revival is a powerful symbol of national strength and technological sovereignty. For Washington, it's a lesson in unintended consequences. Attempts to suppress Huawei only spurred greater innovation and independence. This shift also signals a larger transformation. The internet and tech landscape is no longer US-centric. Instead, we are moving toward a multipolar digital order, where Chinese, European, and other ecosystems will coexist and compete. Innovation at the core of the comeback. At the heart of this resurgence is Huawei's relentless dedication to innovation. Instead of simply replicating what sanctions took away, the company has built alternatives that in some cases have surpassed the originals. Its smartphones now deliver AI-powered experiences, with interfaces that learn from user habits and optimize performance on the fly. Huawei has also pioneered satellite connectivity in consumer devices, giving users the ability to send messages even in remote areas without mobile towers, a breakthrough for rural and emergency communication. At the same time, the company is investing heavily in sustainable manufacturing, energy-efficient components, and large-scale recycling programs, resonating with environmentally conscious consumers. By placing innovation at its core, Huawei has not only redefined its own products, but also reshaped consumer expectations across the industry, forcing rivals like Apple and Samsung to rethink their strategies. Shaping the future of tech rivalries. The Huawei-Apple battle is no longer just about gadgets. It represents two competing philosophies. Apple emphasizes premium design, brand loyalty, and a global ecosystem. Huawei champions self-reliance, cutting-edge features, and affordability without sacrificing quality. This rivalry is intensifying as both companies move into emerging fields like augmented reality, wearable health devices, and AI-driven services. For consumers, this means more choices, faster innovation, and less dependence on any single tech monopoly. The Phoenix Effect. From the brink of collapse in 2019 to reclaiming leadership in smartphones, chips, and networks by 2025, Huawei has staged the most dramatic comeback in modern tech history. Apple may remain a global powerhouse, but the era of unquestioned Western dominance is over. Huawei's persistence, innovation, and alignment with consumer pride have permanently reshaped the technology landscape. The West didn't see it coming, but the rest of the world is already living it. What do you think? Is Huawei the future of tech dominance? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this story eye-opening, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the future of tech.